Hello my friends, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the heated debate between the primal paleo diet and the fruitarian 80-10-10 low-fat vegan debate that is so hot right now. It's been hot for a while. First let me give you a background about the primal paleo diet, and for all of those paleo primal blueprint boys out there, I may not be getting this perfect, so don't hate on me too much, but the basics of it are meat, animal products, not really including milk or butter, but meat and greens. So having your diet mostly consists of meat and greens, so vegetables and chicken or beef or fish, things like that. Now what the primal paleo folks say is that when we were cavemen and indigenous cultures mostly consume animal products, and they consume some fruit and a lot of vegetables. And if you look at the history, most primal, primitive, caveman / indigenous tribal cultures did not have a lot of the diseases, the tooth decay, the cancer, the heart disease that we have in this society. And one could speculate, although I don't know if there's any certain proof of body fat percentage and muscularity, but one could speculate that some of those primal tribal people are very fit due to the fact that they eat those foods and the fact that they get plenty of physical functional activity each day in the form of hunting and gathering, making structures, basically using their bodies to do everything, not using machines, not using really modern tools or technology. So that's kind of the basics on the primal paleo side. And what those people do now is they consume lots of meat and lots of vegetables, and they work out really hard in functional ways, everything from CrossFit to bodybuilding to caveman style workouts out in the wilderness. You have guys like Mark Sisson on the Daily Apple, who's like 57, and if you look at him, you can see that he's really fit, really buff. His skin looks really healthy and clear. His eyes are glowing. He looks extremely healthy, and he looks extremely good. Some people say that he's on steroids. I'm not going to even go there because I have no idea. I've never met the guy. There's no way of knowing. But needless to say, he's one of the primal paleo big dogs, and he looks quite well. So that's your primal side on a nutshell. They say that that's what we were designed to eat. That's how we were designed to live. The drawbacks, this is from the fruitarian 80-10-10 low-fat vegan vegetarian standpoint, is that killing animals is wrong. It's a moral issue, one. Two, that eating that much meat and that much fat is bad for the body. It slows down digestion. And this is something that I've battled with throughout my health journey. Is meat bad for you? Does it slow down the digestion? Is it hard for the body to assimilate? So this is a question that the vegans and the low-fat vegan raw people are strong on. And they also say that where's the sun, the vital energy? If you cook the food, you're killing the food, and why would you put dead carcass in your body? So that's the negatives that the raw folks bring up about the paleo diet. Now let's talk about the raw food movement, the low-fat raw vegan 80-10-10 style. It's been made so popular by people like Durian Ryder and Doug, Dr. Graham, the inventor of 80-10-10. And then along those lines, I wouldn't necessarily call Dan the Man McDonald, Life Regenerator, one of the main guys who is, you know, an 80-10-10 guy, but he's definitely the raw vegan proponent for health. And what these people say is that when you're consuming all your calories from fruits and vegetables with some nuts and some seeds, keeping it somewhat low fat, keeping the fat that you do eat really healthy, good fats, you're giving your body the perfect fuel, all the minerals and vitamins that you could possibly want, and you can get really lean, and you can clean out your body at the same time, fill it full of all the nutrients you need. And if you look at all these guys, they're pretty thin, they're pretty lean. Dan McDonald, I've met him in person and done a workshop with him, and his skin is impeccable. He has the best skin I've ever seen. His eyes are alive, but he's very thin, and there's no judgment about super thin people. How you want to carry yourself and how much muscle mass and weight you want to have is completely up to you. But I'm just stating objective facts, that he's a very thin man. Same with Durian Ryder. He's very skinny, and he always talks about how easy he can put on muscle, and if he wanted to, he could just get super buff. But he isn't. He's very skinny. What are the drawbacks to the 80-10-10 low-fat raw vegan from the standpoint of the paleo and other people? One is that you're not consuming enough healthy fats. Two, you need animal proteins and animal products to get certain essential nutrients like B6, B12, some amino acids. And there's a big debate about how much protein a person should have. Now, a lot of people, Durian Ryder is one of them, who will say that eating a lot of protein to get your muscles big is bro science. I don't know. I know from my experience that when I work out really hard and don't have any protein, I do gain muscle. It's very lean and it's very shredded, but I don't get a lot stronger and I don't get a lot bigger. So call it bro science, call it what you want, but I've noticed that protein does help me add muscle. Other people have too. If you look at the poster children of paleo primal diet, you can see their body types. They're usually pretty big, muscular dudes. Ido Portal is one of them. Mark Sisson is one of them. I can't remember his name right now, but the person who invented Eat, Stop, Eat is another one. They're all big, muscular dudes. They look very healthy. Now, that might not be the body type you're looking for, but I'm just pointing out both ends. You have the raw, low-fat vegans who seem to be very thin and very high energy and very, just very intense and thin and ripped, which is cool, which is good. And then you have the primal paleo dudes who are very muscular and strong and they look kind of, indigenous. Their muscles are strong and stocky and big, and they look like they can lift heavy objects. I'm here to bring the middle path, the holistic point of view. Is the primal diet extreme just meat and vegetables? Is the 80-10-10 low-fat vegan sustainable and healthy for long term? I don't know one person that's been able to do either one for long term, and I'm talking 20 years. And I have met a lot of 15 and 20 year vegans. I've seen videos about 15 and 20 year long low fat raw vegans, and all of them are saying the same thing. All of them are saying that they've developed certain deficiencies and believe that the cleansing and the short-term 2 years effects of eating that way are amazing, but long-term the body starts to need some of these proteins. And now I just want to bring in my point of view. And my point of view is trying to be objective as possible. And for those of you who look at meat eating as a moral standpoint and don't want to do it, I fully respect that and I fully understand that. I've been in that place too. And I want to address that a little later in the video. But first, I want to say that what are things that we can learn from both diets and both lifestyles that are across the board true. Here's what we have found out to be possible truths that can help all people. One is that taking out of your diet things like processed sugar, white sugar, junk food, sodas, flour, gluten, lots of grains. And I'm not saying a few bowls of rice per week, or and I don't even consider potatoes bad at all, but grains might not be the greatest thing, but they're not that bad. But what do both sides agree on? Okay, limiting the amount of bad processed food to nothing will make you more healthy. I agree with that. That's kind of a no-brainer. To eating a variety of essential vitamins, minerals, and nutrient-dense foods, including lots of green vegetables. That's another thing they both agree on. Okay, so we have that. Now, to me, what I think right now is a really nice middle path and a really good way to eat is to eat tons of vegetables per day, eat some fruit every single day, and leave it at that. Make it simple and make it taste good, and make sure to get plenty of healthy fats. I've noticed such a huge difference that I've somewhat lowered my sugar intake and my fruit carbohydrate intake and upped my good fats, mixing some olive oil, honey, mustard, and balsamic vinegar for a salad dressing, eating avocados, like I said, drinking the milk, has really upped my energy, my workouts, and my physical play, my yoga routines, my running, my sprinting, my jumping has all improved. And this is in the past basically month and a half, 2 months, where I've really made somewhat of an adjustment with it. And so who's right, the paleos or the primals, compared to the low-fat raw vegans, vegetarians? It's for you to decide. You have to do what's personally best for you, but maybe have an open mind if you're on one side or the other, and think about what are the benefits of each diet. How do they relate to you, and how can you incorporate what feels right to you to get the best holistic overall dense nutrition into your body so that you feel really good. And that's the whole purpose of all this anyway, is to feel really good and to feel really healthy. So thanks for watching this video. It was a little bit longer of one than I'm used to shooting. I just wanted to touch on that and kind of just talk about the middle path. So if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from the paleo people. I'd love to hear from the low-fat raw vegans. And I'd also love to hear from people that have found a middle way, maybe a person who's done either one for a long period of time and come to a middle place on what you're eating. Also, if I left anything out and you want to hear any specific, if you have any specific questions, please leave them down below and I will make more videos. I want to give you guys what you want and what you need. So thanks again for watching and supporting my channel, and please subscribe. I really appreciate it, and you can subscribe just by pressing the subscribe button wherever it is. So thanks for watching. Bye.